Hello, welcome to the Real Bit Wars. I'm Chris, and usually for us, this is road trip season. But unfortunately this year, we haven't really had much of an opportunity to do that. But it did dawn on me that we have some unused footage from some previous road trips. It used to be an annual thing for us to travel to Madison, Wisconsin every summer. And one year we decided, hey, let's record a video for this. It was 2013, and unfortunately for us, our cameras were already a little out of date at that point, and the footage was a little grainy. And even worse, we didn't really find much. We only had a few pickups, nothing exciting. So we hit up Savers number 2, and again, there was nothing. So the following year, we came back, better cameras, and tried it again. We were trying to be ambitious. We actually did our pickups with the storefronts in the background outside, and it was a little windy. The audio just didn't turn out that well. So finally, in 2015, we thought we're gonna get this right. We had our friend Jake along, who was kind enough to do some camera work for us. And not to make excuses, but honestly, we were just kind of too busy having a good time, and we didn't really focus on the video that much. But I thought to myself, if I take all 3 of those years and combine them, I think we've got something pretty good here. So without further ado, here is The Real Bit Wars Road Trips episode for Madison, Wisconsin, the years 2013 through 15. Enjoy. Just got done at pre-played number 1 on Washington Ave. Mike got a couple of games there, or one game and some DVDs.
Cut Through the Island, Poltergeist 2 and 3, and The Skull.
Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, you can never go wrong with that. Nope. They had a box full of cheap Game Boy games. They were on sale, so I got Terminator 2. I got a game I've been wanting a long time now, Beetle Adventure Racing. Heard that's pretty cool. Hopefully it is. Then I got Super Conflict. Okay, so we were just at Game Exchange. It's this really cool place. We've been to it before. Last year we went there, we had a really nice haul. This time we didn't get so many. Mike just got a Genesis game. They got a lot of stuff, a lot of rare stuff in there. And then he has this cool like museum kind of, a lot of memorabilia for games set up in the middle of the store. Not too much of a selection for too many of the retro things, but I mean he had like Dracula X for the Super Nintendo. That's pretty cool, but it was like a $200 game. Another pre-played one game. What'd you get?
Lockout.
Good job.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Oh, so Christ. Mike drags me to this half-price books and then spends like an hour in there. An hour! Looking at records and comic books and books! Books! That tells you. No, it was me. And then he called me a nerd. So we just got a St. Vinny's and it was a dud. If there ever was one. Hardly a game in sight. And there was nothing else to offer either. Do you think that'll stay? They probably can't even see us.
The ticket. Otherwise, it's $25.
25 if you don't have the ticket.
Oh shit!
Fuck back! I'm sorry. Are you okay? So what better way to end a Madison road trip than with some coming out of their shells from the Turtles? We've made 3 stops, Mike, and we've come up pretty empty-handed.
Yeah.
I cannot frickin' believe I'm missing Shark Week for this nonsense.
Shark Week. I did get a few games at Savers. Star Wars Battlefront and Secret Weapons over Normandy.
We just went to the big stop on our Madison trip. It's Video Game Exchange. You can see it in the background here. Pretty much always delivers. Prices can be a little bit high, but there's always a great selection of stuff. What'd you find?
All right, I'll start off.
Good call.
I got PGA Tour 96, PGA European Tour, and Jack Nicklaus Power Challenge. But you know, the one thing that I come away with is Techno Clash. which is in really good shape, and it's complete.
Which is a nice find.
Yeah, it is.
I got WrestleMania 18 and 19, Cyndi Lauper She-Bop 7-inch.
Shibba.
One Genesis game was Mickey's Ultimate Challenge. 2 PlayStation 1 games, Lode Runner and Red Asphalt. 1 Super Nintendo game, Mech Warrior. 2 Game Boy games, Lion King, but more importantly, Double Dragon 3. So it's been a pretty fun time here in Madison. Going to quite a bit of stuff so far.
I want to go back for the disc.
Yeah, I might want to have to go back in and get that. I should check that before. Good thing you noticed.
Yep, you might want to go back for the discs. Well, anyways, Red Asphalt's good because it's a sequel to Rock and Roll Racing.
Yeah,
so that's one of those
uncommon title. Lode Runner as well.
Can't play it without the disc though.
Donkey Konga 2 for the GameCube. I have that bongo controller. Revenge of Shinobi on the Game Boy Advance, and Solomon's Club for the Game Boy, which is part of the Solomon's Key and Fire Knife series.
And you got some movies? So we just stopped at Half Price Books.
Another dud, pretty much. We run into this a lot in Madison. There's a couple of really nice places, and then the rest of it's kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
I just got some records and a CD.
Hey, at least we didn't come away with nothing.
Yeah, we weren't empty-handed, that's for sure.
On to the next one. Pre-played. What'd you get?
I actually found a lot of stuff in there. They had a bunch of CDI games. I don't actually have one of these yet, but I hope to get one someday. So I got Mystic Midway and Alien Gate. They were really cheap.
Nice.
Complete. 2 Super Nintendo games, Math Blasters Episode 1. And the other one is, what do you call this? Travelers.
Everyone needs a copy of Travelers.
Super Space Invaders, Kingdom Crusade, Peter Pan, Frogger, and Lilo and Stitch 2. I already have the first one.
Picked up a Sega Genesis game, Toe Jam and Earl, the first one. I was completely shocked to find the console that I have that I never thought I'd ever find cartridges for. It's a Texas Instrument, so I picked up 3 of them. Burger Time I was kind of surprised by. Just one of those that I never ever thought I'd ever run into.
Yeah, so it's Texas Instruments and some CDI games on this stop. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, some odd games. Good. So what'd you think of that Rossi's Arcade?
We're going back someday. That was
betcha.
Good. Quarter a piece, couple were 50 cents. You can't complain about that. I spent a grand total of like $6 in there, and we had a blast for like an hour and a half. It was amazing. There was not a bad game in the bunch. There were kick-ass pinball machines. There were really classic arcade cabinets, like that Tron one was awesome.
You are approaching your destination.
That's right, a first-class one-way ticket to Albuquerque.
Looks like we're all done for the day in Madison. We made one last stop at Pre-Played. Got a couple of DVDs, including Destroy All Monsters.
Yes.
We got Asterix and Obelix Kick Buttocks.
Nice,
Uncommon PS2 title.
Yeah, you don't see
And
that too often.
Countdown on the NES, completing my Sesame Street collection.
It's the Sesame Street's Countdown.
Excellent.
Yes.
What did you get?
I got Amicus movie, The Deadly Bees. I got a PS1 Judge Dredd, which uses the light gun. And for the Sega Genesis, I got Buck Rogers of the 25th Century.
Hello, welcome to the Real Bit Wars. Today we're in Madison, Wisconsin, and we're gonna find some games.
Oh yeah! And we're gonna drink some beer. Yeah!
So we stopped at Half Price Books, the first one, and I scored a ton of like dollar Laserdisc movies. I do have a Laserdisc player, so I got a lot of like just kind of weird old sci-fi movies, some that I've seen before, some I never have. So And then I got one comic book, Mars Attacks Holiday Special.
I picked up another movie, Redneck Zombies. It's a Tromo. I was sold when it said they misplaced a barrel of chemical waste into a whiskey still. I was just like, ugh, sold. Second stop, 2 movies, no games.
Oh, no games yet for Mike. A little beer will make him feel better about
Yeah.
that. To the liquor depository!
Yes!
Mike picked up a couple sports titles.
Basketball games.
Good job. I got Wario Blast on the Game Boy featuring Bomberman. A couple of NBA Jam games, one on the Game Gear, as well as Extreme, still sealed on the Saturn. A couple of Wii games, Bomberman Land, and Sin and Punishment. Pretty cool. And then I also got Resident Evil on the Sega Saturn, which is awesome. Pretty rare game. We're having a hell of a time in Madison. Right, Jake?
Yeah. Woohoo!
Oh, you got my hand all full.
We stopped at pre-played number 1. We each picked up a couple of things. I got 2 Super Nintendo games, GP1. I already have the second one. And then I got Top Gear 3000, which is pretty nice. Completed my Top Gear collection for the SNES. I believe Jake got a game also.
What'd you get, Jake?
Backyard wrestling. Yeah.
Ooh, for the
None
PS2.
nonsense.
Wow.
Yeah, I overspent to that
Nice. I didn't get a game, I got a movie, The Beyond.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now do you have the entire trilogy?
I think I do. What does it consist of?
City of the Living Dead is one of the other ones.
Yeah. I do have City of Living Dead. Now I have Beyond, and then House by the Cemetery.
House by the Cemetery, yep.
Yep. So I got them all.
Woo! Mad Town! Mad Town! So we did one last stop here in Madison. Picked up a few little things, nothing much, but I got Motocross Maniacs by Konami on the GBA. King Kong for the GameCube, and Pitfall for the Genesis. And as you did the fall off,
Can you hear that funky beat? Can it make you move your feet? All right, let's do it.
I got Boxing Legends of the Ring, Super Hangout, and then on the Super Nintendo I got Inspector Gadget, and then a couple movies, Intruder,
I recommended that.
2 Goosebumps films.
It's become an annual thing to make this Madison road trip every year. We'd like to thank Jake for being our cameraman today.
Jake.
That's it from Mad Town. Thanks for watching.
That funky beat.
A bratwurst.
That funky beat.
Oh, yeah!
That funky beat.
I cannot frickin' believe I'm missing Shark Week for this nonsense.